Boogie2988 was once one of YouTube's biggest and most loved creators. Known for his humble personality and self-deprecating humour, Boogie grew his channel by millions each year for his gaming content and comedy skits. However, after a messy divorce and multiple weight loss attempts, Boogie became a completely different person. From abuse allegations, fake psychotic breakdowns, scamming his fans in a crypto scheme, and then begging those same fans for money, Boogie has successfully ruined his nice guy image and is now another internet clown. But to find out what really happened, let's start from the beginning. Originally from Virginia, Boogie, whose real name is Stephen Jason Williams, is now in his 50s, but has been around since the early days of YouTube. Going all the way back to his childhood, Boogie did have it rough, and it's no surprise that he's dealing with so many issues later in life. He was a sickly child and had to deal with abusive parents, mostly his mother. The abuse he went through as a child was honestly pretty horrific, and it is difficult to listen to.
I remember before walking in to see the therapist, I asked her, "What do you want me to tell this therapist?" She goes, "I want you to tell her the truth." And I said, "That you hit me?" And why would I tell her that? And she's like, "No, you tell her that you're a piece of garbage. You tell her that you're a piece of shit. You're the worst thing that ever happened to me. But let me tell you, whatever you tell her, if she tries to take you out of this home, I will kill you and I will kill myself." So I did the smart thing. I went in and I lied because I knew Mom was serious. This is a woman who had attempted suicide several times. This is a woman who'd nearly killed me and my brother and my sister several times. She was crazy. I believed her.
His mother did more than just rip Boogie apart with her words though, as he recalls feeling like his mother was actually going to kill him after he put up a poster his girlfriend got him on the wall.
And I closed the door to get away from her, and she began hammering through the door, similar to The Shining, I guess. And I realized that she was going to destroy the poster because she's clearly destroying the door, and eventually it was going to get damaged. So I opened up the door, she blasted her way through it, I fell to the ground, and I'll never remember this look in her eye because she's holding the hammer with the heavy side first, and she does me this favor, like, "Thank you for opening the door." She turns the hammer around, and instead of hitting me with the hard end, which could easily have cracked my skull, she hit me with the claw end, which just kind of scratched the scalp pretty hard and caused me to bleed.
These kinds of episodes would happen a lot when Boogie was younger, so with nowhere to turn, he found a love for video games and D&D, but in turn he became morbidly obese as he never left the house, spending all day playing video games. In school, Boogie was bullied as he was nearly 400 pounds by the time he graduated and wore glasses, making him an easy target, as I'm sure you can imagine. Things briefly looked up for him at university though. He found a girlfriend, found some stability, but when the relationship ended, he flunked out and spiraled into depression. His brother helped him move to Arkansas, where he learned to code and found work in web design. But the weight never shifted, and he developed lymphedema, and the depression kept tightening its grip.
I couldn't really walk very well, and I couldn't really exercise very much. But that was okay, because I had some good friends, and we go out to eat all the time. But eating out all the time made me fatter, and being fatter made me sadder, and I get more depressed and more fat, till eventually I was fatter than I'd ever been. But that was just the beginning of health problems for my family, because my dad passed and he died of cancer. And that made my mom really, really sad and really angry. And then we got some more bad news. She fell and broke her leg, and that leg would never heal, so she was unable to work. And if you thought she was crazy before, that pushed her over the edge. And all this bad luck, and all this poor health, and all this misfortune made me sadder and angrier than I had ever been. And I decided not to leave my house. And I didn't for almost 7 years. And during that period of time, I was so sad and so depressed, it became very difficult to work. And the internet became bigger and stronger, and more people were coding for it, and web pages were cropping up, and the money that I was making began to disappear. And I became poorer and poorer and poorer until eventually there was nothing left.
But despite his awful living situation, there was only one thing that kept him going, and that was his love for video games. In 2006, Boogie created his YouTube channel, posting short videos like him playing D&D and making skits about him being fat. This was when Francis was born, Boogie's character, an angry gamer who loved Mountain Dew and video games. People loved this persona that Boogie had invented, and how transparent he was with his mental health struggles, sharing a lot of his personal life with his audience. His fame began to rise when Ray William Johnson, one of YouTube's earliest stars, reacted to one of Boogie's videos where he was pretending to be Francis, who just had his World of Warcraft account hacked.
You know, I just don't believe you're mad, Francis. You should really break some shit just to prove it to us.
I need that account. And then I found out it's been suspended because the hacker used it to spam credits out. Are you serious? I'm so pissed off. I'm so... You listen to me, Blitz. I played that game for 5 years. I've played that game for 5 years. I paid almost $1,000 to play a f***ing game. Mother... I'm so mad. God,
Fans absolutely loved to see Francis lose it, and the views started rising. Boogie was able to start earning a real living just from YouTube. He had a real connection with his fans too, and they supported him through his struggles. In 2010, Boogie shared a very personal video that after his mother died the previous year, he fell into a deep depression and would have taken his own life if it wasn't for his friend Adam and his support on YouTube.
And not a day goes by that I don't get written by somebody who says how much they appreciate my videos. Not a day goes by that I don't hear from somebody that I made a direct positive impact on their lives, and it's beautiful and it's wonderful, and I'm grateful for it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is thanks. There's no reason you, the person watching this video, can't accomplish the goals that I've accomplished that are 10 times that or 100 times that.
This heartfelt tone from Boogie is what really captured his audience, and viewers were grateful that he was open about his struggles. A few years after this, Boogie met his now ex-wife Des. She was well loved by his community, even becoming known as Des2988 in homage to her husband. He shared the news with his audience by posting the video, "Will You Marry Me?"
So that's why I wanted to make it official. So I got you this. And Des, I'm asking you to marry me.
From this moment, Boogie was really on an upward spiral hardly any YouTubers will ever achieve on the platform. His subscriber count grew rapidly, hitting 1 million subscribers by the end of 2013. 6 months later, he'd already gained 500,000 more, and by 2016, he was one of the biggest creators on the platform at over 4 million subscribers.
And I do want to do a gimmicky video, but the truth of the matter is, this feels right, because this is what my YouTube channel is to me. And I like the Francis videos, and if you like them, that's cool too. If that's all you ever watch, I love you, and thank you for being here. You know, but if you watch these two, when it's just me and you in a room sitting and talking to each other, it's the best feeling in the world. He's just like, I have a million friends, you know?
Boogie even went on to win the Game Awards 2016 for Trending Gamer.
And the Trending Gamer, the Game Award goes to Boogie2988.
It felt like he was unstoppable. His fans were extremely supportive and everyone was on his side. Take a look at the comments back then too, almost 10 years ago, his audience were loving it that he'd won. God damn, I'm a little emotional about you winning the award. You deserved it so much. Boogie, you are as every bit a hero in any game you've played as you are when you are willing to sit in front of a camera and mic and be yourself. You deserve that award. But the sad part is that really is Boogie's peak, and from this point onwards is the start of his downfall. One of Boogie's main struggles has always been his weight. He was always morbidly obese, somewhere around the 400-pound mark, and never tried to lose weight. His weight was so extreme that he even featured on the UK show Super Size vs Super Skinny to serve as a worst case scenario for the UK contestants, to show them how they could end up if they didn't change their lifestyle.
Joseph is about to meet Boogie, a supersized internet blogger.
Boogie2988 coming at you through the power of the internet. I'm 39 years old and I'm about 37 and a half stone.
Boogie readily admits that he's addicted to food.
Food is the center of my universe. Yeah, when I'm eating food, I'm thinking about the next thing I'm eating or thinking about the thing I'll eat after that.
As a consequence of his weight, Boogie suffers from diabetes, high blood pressure, and arthritis.
The back pain is now constant. The knee pain is now constant. My weight is destroying just about every aspect of my life. It's literally killing me.
Let me know in the comments if you want me to react to this full episode too, by the way, because I have done a few of these in the past. Anyway, at this point, Boogie was almost £600 and probably making some good money, so he decided to do something about his uncontrollable weight. He got a gastric bypass in 2017 and lost over £100 in the months that followed his surgery.
3 months since the surgery. And I wanted to show you guys the differences with that video, but here's another way to look at that differences. Here's a screen cap from one of the first videos I filmed at this house a couple years back. That is a pretty dramatic difference for sure. Again, obviously the beard has gotten longer. My hair is a little bit longer, but you should be able to see the difference in my shoulders and just the overall, like even if I try to do that now, I can't take up that much space because my arms aren't as pushed out as they used to be.
6 months after the surgery, Boogie keeps losing weight. Now 150 pounds down since the gastric bypass, and the difference is totally amazing. If you're a fan of my channel and you've watched my videos on my 600 pound life before, you'll know that the chances of long-term success are less than 5%. And unfortunately, Boogie became part of that failed statistic, as he ended up not sticking to his diet despite promising his subscribers that he would. In 2021, 4 years after the surgery, Boogie shared this post on X, practically highlighting his failure. To many, this adds up as a failure. I never hit my goal of 300, but I am proud I lost 200 pounds and saved my life by keeping it off. Weighing nearly 400 pounds is still super morbidly obese, but at least it's better than 600 pounds. Not long after he has the surgery though, Boogie and his wife ended up getting a divorce, with him sharing on YouTube, "Me and my wife are separated and have filed for divorce. We have been silent about this for quite some time, but we're now finally prepared to tell the story." Boogie even goes on the H3 podcast, sharing about how his wife came to the decision to divorce him.
The first was for her to be happy. God, I'm getting emotional, I'm sorry. All I really wanted for her was to be happy. And I'm like, if you need to go, then go. I'm not going to fight you on it. Let me cut you a nice big check. You just go and take care of your life, and that's fine. And I wasn't worried about me. I wasn't thinking about me. I was just thinking about her. And I think sometimes in a marriage, maybe it becomes natural to do that. You know, like I'm just mostly worried about the person that's worried about me. My ex-wife, you know, at the 6-8 week mark, she's just like, look, I got to do this. I'm sorry. And I love you, and I'll always love you. And it sucks. And I'm so sorry to do this, but this is how it has to be. I've got people who need me. I got shit I got to do. I'm sorry.
So did she surprise you kind of out of the blue with that?
We'd had a couple of years of the last 2 years was not perfect. And you know, man, I probably should never even say this publicly, but I think she'd forgive me. And even if she doesn't, we're divorced now, so I don't have to worry about it. But we're in a loop in which my anxiety was so bad that she was kind of walking on eggshells all the time because she was afraid of scaring me, upsetting me, hurting me. And that the way she reacted to my anxiety was very frequently with fight or flight. And for her, that mostly meant fight. So I would become anxious over something. And when I become anxious, I'd become a little angry. I'd become a little edgy. Not abusive or any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah,
it's like, I need to focus on this right now. I need to be left alone. Let me focus on this.
Yeah.
Right? And that would be enough to make her feel bad. And then when she would feel bad, she would become angry or upset or anxious or sad or whatever, and so then that would make me feel more anxious, and that would make her feel more anxious.
I know. I mean,
we ended up like this, like
I know exactly what you mean,
right?
The reason for the divorce seems to be Boogie's behavioural issues, as he doesn't process his emotions very well and ends up taking it out on the people around him. After the divorce was finalised and the couple were legally separated, Boogie released a disturbing video of his character Francis having a psychotic episode due to the divorce.
Is this what you guys want to see? You want to see crazy? I can show you crazy. The
video is obviously very strange, and many viewers think that Francis is actually Boogie's real self. In the description of the video, Boogie even writes, Francis is Boogie, Boogie is Francis, Francis loses his mind, Boogie loses his mind, Boogie loses his Francis, Francis loses his Boogie. If Francis and Boogie are one and the same, then maybe Boogie is actually losing his mind. Written on the walls of the room in the video is the word psychopath scribbled over and over again. Commenters began to put the pieces together, with many writing similar comments like, this is when we discovered that Boogie was a character and Francis was who he really was. This is not acting, this is a confessional. Given his behaviour, it was obvious that no other woman would want to be around him, as his ex-wife stated that she constantly felt like she was walking on eggshells around him. So, the only way Boogie could get some lovin' was if he paid women. Boogie began using the website Seeking Arrangements, where he met a 19-year-old cam girl, Lucy Fox. Clearly, there's a massive age gap here, as at the time, Boogie was 43 years old. Fans slated the relationship, knowing there was no way this young, attractive girl would go out with Boogie unless she was getting paid. Knowing there was no way Boogie could talk himself out of this one, he admitted to it, taking to X to share his side. Boogie paid that girl, that would work I guess, also treating her nice and being cool to her and being a good, successful, happy person that she could be attracted to also works. And yeah, there's no way she would want to be around Boogie for anything other than his money, let's be real. And why would you think otherwise, given that they met on a dating website for sugar daddies? The couple eventually split, with Lucy Fox dropping a bombshell video claiming that Boogie manipulated her and verbally abused her, even forbidding her from going back to her own home or her job. This video was originally posted on Reddit but then quickly deleted, but by this time it was already saved by multiple people. Lucy also never officially named Boogie as the perpetrator, but it's obvious it's about him, given the time period and the fact that she said she was even a fan of his.
If you know what I do for a job, then you know I have to be at home in order to be on cam. Well, I couldn't do that because it would turn into an argument every time I tried to leave. Why are you trying to leave me? You know I need somebody right now. Blah, 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 blah. You know. It got to the point where every night I'd go home in tears because Apple thought it was a good idea to scream at me, you know, about everything. Oh, you're not here enough. You aren't, you know, you're just fucking annoying and you just don't want to listen to me, blah, 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 blah. You know, you don't mean shit to me, you don't mean shit, you're just a fucking piece of shit. Okay, well, thanks, appreciate it.
Boogie tried to clear the air and show himself in a better light, but he couldn't hide from the truth. He even tried to pin Lucy Fox as a gold digger, which is totally ridiculous given that they met on the sugar daddy website, and he sought her out for that reason. He claims that Lucy is a liar in one of his ranting episodes on Twitch.
I was abusive to my ex-wife. Nope, my ex-wife openly said that wasn't true. I was abusive to the grave ghoul. No, the grave ghouls openly said that wasn't true. There was one girl who claimed it, and even though it's clear as day to most people that she was lying, some people choose that they want to believe her, and that's okay. But you hear these rumors and you think, oh, Boogie's a lying, manipulative, monstrous piece.
But it didn't stop there, with him going as far to call Lucy a terrorist. Even his ex-wife became a victim of his ranting.
She asked for money after we broke up. I didn't give it to her. Why not just give her the money? Because I don't deal with fucking terrorists, man. I don't deal with terrorists. F that shit. You and I aren't dating anymore. You don't get any of my help or my money. I broke up with you for a reason, and it doesn't matter that you tell me I'll make a video about you and ruin your career. Then ruin my career. Do it. I don't negotiate with terrorists, man. I do not negotiate with terrorists. If you threaten me and I'm gonna make a video, I'm gonna show up at your house. Do it, pussy. Do it, pussy. You ain't getting from me. Do your. I'm not here to pay nobody. I ain't here to pay nobody. I'm not here to be extorted.
I think Boogie's trying to play off the situation in a completely different way to what actually happened, and soon we'll learn the full extent of what his money was actually going towards.
I mean, look at what I did for my ex-wife. I was on disability when I met my ex-wife. I got to work on YouTube and made her over $1 million, dude. I flew her all across the country from the East Coast to the West Coast. We went and visited her family for 2 weeks at a time, twice a year. She got to meet her favorite author, her favorite musician. She got to meet Brandy Carlisle, John Green. I introduced her to her She told me one day she liked John Green's books. 2 years later, I let her shake John Green's hand at VidCon. I mean, I gave that girl the world. Now,
admittedly, I was still a pretty shitty husband. I was definitely pretty fat and unable to do a lot of stuff. But the one thing I could do, I did. The one thing I could do, which was make money, and I did.
I find this clip really confusing, to be honest. It's like, well, yeah, why wouldn't you do nice things for your wife if you earn a lot of money? He was so lazy and obese that she was doing literally everything for him. So the fact that he bought her nice things and then tries to use it against her years down the line is honestly pretty embarrassing for him. After he split with Lucy, it was revealed in a 2023 YouTube documentary by Mike Klum, which is a really good video by the way, and I'd highly recommend you watching it after you finish this video. It was revealed that he spent over $200,000 on sex workers between 2018 and 2021, which eventually financially crippled him.
Took women on vacations, and I took them out to fancy dinners, and I took them to like Disneyland and shit.
He bought me dinner, he got me a purse that we were talking about over messages, and he got me a couple gift cards, and he spent well over $5,000 on just that night.
You know the rules. The rules are we're gonna go out and eat, we're gonna have dinner, maybe we're gonna fuck, and you're gonna enjoy a nice lifestyle that you don't normally get to enjoy.
So he was really funny, and definitely tell he was nervous. He did eat a lot of food. I'm pretty sure he got 2 entrees, which was very unique.
It's not a revelation. I like beautiful women. I like to hang out with beautiful women, fuck beautiful women. We all do. I never got to do that. The women I dated were pretty, sure, but they were like Arkansas 8s, not LA 10s. With sugaring, I got to fuck some LA 10s, and I think that's cool.
What I find so interesting about Boogie's attitude here is that he really thinks he's entitled to spend nights with these women. When he says, I never got to do any of that, about sleeping with a lot of beautiful women, he fully believes that he is owed that experience because he had money, which he can now do by paying for it. And let's be real, Boogie isn't exactly stunning to look at. He's morbidly obese, around 400 pounds, and above all has an awful lazy attitude. It's no wonder why women don't want to be around him and he has to pay for that. Boogie believes that his status on YouTube means that he deserves to sleep with whatever woman he wants, and viewers started to really hate him at this point for his misogynistic views, and started describing Boogie as an incel. At this point, Boogie had already fell off and is already hated by the majority of his viewers. With nothing more to lose, it seems like Boogie could no longer hide behind this facade, and all of his controversial opinions and manipulative behaviour started seeping out. It's like the time in 2018 after a popular YouTuber, Total Biscuit, passed away. Boogie took this as an opportunity to claim that this YouTuber had once thrown him under the bus in a tweet posted on X. He got a lot of heat for this, as it was just weird to post about this after the man had just died and he couldn't defend himself. It was like Boogie was trying to use Total Biscuit's name to get himself some attention, and his controversial opinions just kept on coming. And when Boogie appeared in a 2018 H3 podcast, he made comments about how he thinks that while the LGBT community deserve equality, it shouldn't happen straight away.
Like, I have always believed, hey, we should have same-sex marriage. I love same-sex marriage. Let's do it. But the problem is, we try to get it done right now, there's going to be a huge backlash. Okay? So let's try to do it in 20 years, in 10 years. And let's see if we can avoid the backlash, right? Let's just like slowly, methodically change minds. I've always been a big fan of slowly, methodically changing minds because I don't like it when gay people get killed. I don't like it when somebody gets murdered for being gay. So let's not rile up the fucking crazies, okay? Mm-hmm. Let's just go slow and easy. Mm-hmm. Her methodology is to rile up the crazies, get right in the face, put a finger in their face and say, I don't like fucking what you're fucking saying. And that's fine.
He even went on to like a YouTube comment where the LGBT community are called perverts. But this is just the beginning of his tirade, as he began to stop fearing the hate and instead leaned into it. In a 2019 livestream, Boogie said that Nazis and rapists were better than the haters who troll on him on the internet, because at least Nazis stood on their beliefs while the haters did not.
So bring it. But I want you to know, I think you are the lowest of the low. I think you are the worst of the worst. I think that there are fucking rapists and Nazis out there who, even though they are rapists and fucking Nazis, they are more redeemable than you because at least they're doing something they fucking believe in. They may be pieces of garbage. They may be pieces of shit. They may harm other people, but at least they believe what they fucking stand for. You stand for nothing. You stand for nothing. Even a disgusting piece of shit rapist is better than you. Even a piece of shit racist garbage Nazi is better than you. You are the worst.
Boogie seems to be a fan of Nazis as well, as he even said during another live stream that there were some positives to come out of the Holocaust, causing viewers to be totally outraged. And in his defense, Boogie said, "It was my belief that we advanced medical science during it, which was a very small, not worth it silver lining." I've noticed so many incels also favour Nazis, I just don't know why. I think they just like to be hateful and have that shock factor and be edgy. But anyway, all of these controversies are nothing compared to what happened in 2020. Frank Hassel, a content creator and well-known internet troll, threatened to go to Boogie's home after harassing him online for years through a subreddit dedicated to sharing hate for Boogie. The subreddit was a big part of how Boogie would be cancelled, as anytime he had a breakdown or made a mistake, posts would be shared in this community, and Boogie would receive a lot of hate. Boogie responded, essentially encouraging Frank to come to his house, saying that he would have a gun ready.
Status quo for me, so show up and let me show you how I handle status quo.
Why do you keep threatening to shoot me? This is weird.
Because I'm going to kill you and take pleasure doing it. That's because I'm going to kill you. I'm going to take pleasure.
This wasn't just internet beef though, as Frank did actually go to his house, and in the end it didn't end up well for Boogie, as he ended up at his front door with his gun drawn and fired a warning shot into the air.
Come on, you fucking pussy, what's the deal? Where's the gun at, you fat... Open fire! Open fire!
Hey Sam, this doesn't have to, Cameron, this doesn't have to go down this way, buddy.
You're a fat pussy.
Yeah.
You won't even open the door?
Oh, I will.
And then what, you're gonna shoot me?
No, I'm thinking my roommate will.
You're gonna kill me?
I guess so, buddy. Just give me a second to get my dog wrangled.
You're a fucking pussy, dude.
Oh, hold on. I'll show you pussy, bud. He's the air guy. Yeah. Hey, you mind grabbing my dog? You ready? Buddy, you threatened my life. 1 second, buddy. Sammy, up. I want to make sure my dog's protected. Yeah, I am. Protecting my dog, bud. Yes, sir. Is this pulling the trigger?
Pull the trigger.
Okay. Is this what I have to do? I'm asking you to leave,
You
Sam.
fat fucking...
To leave, Sam.
Oh my god.
I'm asking you
Is
to
this
leave.
real?
Yes.
Is this guy gonna kill me?
Yes. He's here to look at the air conditioner, Sam. Is this what I have to
You're
do?
a fucking...
Is this what I have to do?
Are you gonna shoot me in your doorway?
Yes.
You're fucking deranged.
I'm asking you to leave. This is my home. You are not welcome here. You have threatened my life. I'm asking you to leave. In about 30 seconds, I'm going to fire a warning shot. And the second will
Fire it now!
Okay.
Fire the warning shot now.
Is this what we have to do? I'm asking you to leave, Sam.
Sam?
Cameron, I don't know your fucking name. I'm asking you to leave. I'm asking you to leave, man. Please don't make me do this. Please don't make me do this.
Will you just leave his property so I can leave?
Why's this guy got a gun?
I'm just here looking at
Because
air
I feel threatened.
This guy's about to kill somebody right in front of you.
Why are you on his property?
I'll shoot to wound. I promise you that.
If you're gonna shoot the wound, you should shoot yourself.
No, I plan to shoot you, bud. I'm asking you to leave.
Right here.
Okay?
Right here.
Okay. I'm asking you to leave.
You pointing a gun at me?
Yes. You are on my property. You've threatened my life.
You are a fat...
A castle doctrine.
You're a fat... Castle doctrine means I get to take you inside and fuck you.
Okay. Sam, please don't know.
Who's Sam?
I don't know. I don't know.
Regardless, the cops are coming.
Okay.
So you need
Have
to
a good
leave
one.
the property.
Hey, leave the property. Go.
Fuck yourself, here.
Go. What the fuck? That's the language you use? Keep walking, pussy. Keep walking, pussy.
The situation even made it to national news.
A popular video game YouTuber in Fayetteville reportedly fired a gun after he says someone showed up at his house to harass him. Stephen Williams, who goes by Boogie2988 online, said someone traveled from out of state as part of a harassment came from a rival YouTuber. Williams reportedly told the person to leave and fired a warning shot. Police say they are investigating a harassment complaint.
Months later in 2021, Boogie was arrested for aggravated assault and held on a $5,000 bond. I remember when this all came out, and watching the drama unfold as it happened was a really crazy time. Although Frank obviously isn't a good guy, his tweets were hilarious and everyone watching was happy to see Boogie get what he deserved. Boogie took to YouTube to set the record straight, but it just ended up making him look a lot worse.
So due to the incident that happened last September, there was an arrest warrant issued for me on May the 7th. I was made aware of it and I traveled home as soon as I could and turned myself in on May the 12th. I was processed in about 3.5 hours. We posted bail after I was processed, and then I've been awaiting in my home ever since, waiting for trial, and that's a pretty slow process. We've entered a plea of not guilty, and my lawyer is doing his job, and keep in mind, this is not going to take a day or a week or a month. I genuinely don't know if it'll be done in 6 months or a year.
Boogie just couldn't keep himself out of controversy, as the following year, he posted a video to his YouTube channel essentially begging for money after he had lost a huge amount of his savings by investing in crypto.
And I'm not making any excuses here. You know I spent a tremendous amount of money on dumb things. But the biggest issue is that I had a nice big nest egg. I took some financial advice from a friend, and I'm not pointing fingers necessarily. I took the advice, but I put my money in the crypto market in the wrong section, and I pretty much lost most of everything. That sucks. That really sucks. It is what it is, though. I mean, like, I've come to terms with it, but I need to get back to work. I have some savings, but they're going quickly. And if I don't start live streaming and making content and getting ad revenue and stuff again, I'm going to lose everything. And I definitely do not want to do that. So that's why I'm asking for your help today. And it's as simple as two groups of people here I want to talk to. The first of which is fans who just like the content. If you click on videos you like and you watch them to the end and you drop a like and you leave a comment and you share it with friends and you click the notifications, you do the YouTube stuff, you're doing plenty. If that's all you want to do, if that's all you can do, I love you to death. You mean everything to me, right? There's a second group of people who might find themselves able to do a little more, and if you're one of those people, I'm asking for your help today too. Do you like the t-shirts I have? This one's not in the merch lane shop yet, but there's several, and I'm making new designs all the time. And if you like a t-shirt, buy a t-shirt. I make like a $9 profit off of a $25 purchase. If you don't want to buy something from me directly, you can shop with one of my sponsors. That's always an option as well. If you like a product I'm selling, get involved with a sponsor, shop through them, use my code. If you're in a position where you only have like $1 or $5, you can super chat that when you like a video. You can pledge $5 a month, $10 a month on the channel membership program.
I find it so annoying when YouTubers as big as Boogie sit there and beg fans for money. Boogie will have earned probably over $1 million from YouTube ad revenue, sponsorships, and the products he sold. It's not the fans' responsibility to give him money because he'd made such bad financial decisions. Plus, is he forgetting that he spent almost $250,000 on sex workers? It's funny how he didn't mention that in the video. After years of embarrassing himself online, Boogie just became a lol cow, or just someone people laugh at on the internet. Boogie's era of being a lol cow peaks when he becomes a co-host of Lol Cow Live, a podcast created by Keemstar to basically farm views for Boogie's meltdowns.
And by the way, I know you can't talk about your sister. You said you would talk about your dad and mother all day. So will you address those issues? Because
yes, my mother twisted my fucking balls as part of the abuse, and she twisted my balls and my dick, and she told me that sex was disgusting and awful, and she told me that only disgusting, awful people had it.
Okay, but then, okay, well, let's not talk about any of it.
No, my dad fucking masturbated in front of me and showed me pornography and asked me if I wanted to join in and encouraged me to touch him, and I fucking did! I did! I fucking did! I fucking did! I fucking did!
No.
There, can we be done? Can we be done with it? Can we be done with it?
We're done. We're done. We're done with it. We're done with that conversation. I don't.
Thank you. Thank you.
We're done with that conversation.
Thank you.
I got something I could ask that has nothing to do with that kind of conversation. So down and depressed and in pain.
I
didn't have an
fucking
answer.
hate myself every
Why?
second. Because I'm a piece of shit. Have you not read the fucking internet?
Hosting this podcast was a strange time for Boogie because he'd gone full circle from his early days of posting Francis content, except now he actually was Francis for real, and maybe even worse. Viewers were shocked at the revelation, commenting, so basically Francis was his real persona and Boogie was just a mask. If that wasn't bad enough, Boogie and his lolcow duo, fellow YouTuber Wings of Redemption, compete in a boxing match in London which was set up by Keemstar. Wings leaked the DMs between himself, Keemstar and Boogie that they will be paid $10,000 each to compete in the match.
There's no backing out. This is it. It's done. It's a done deal. On May 13th, I'm in the ring with Wings of Redemption, period.
10k to box is pretty low in the boxing world, even for YouTubers standards. Boogie agreeing to box for this amount shows how desperate he is for money, and obviously, Boogie is extremely obese. So clearly this isn't really about boxing, it's just for viewers to laugh at two morbidly obese people hitting each other in a ring. But being completely honest, yeah, the match is pretty funny to watch.
He's ready to go. Oh my god. Oh my goodness! Right off the bat, Wings is... Wings connected with violence. Immediate pressure by Wings.
And Boogie taking a step back.
Oh my gosh! He is putting a clinic.
These boys have some heavy hands.
Oh my gosh! Ref's gonna call it. Standing 8, there we go. That's the right call there.
Absolutely.
5, 6, 7, 8. There it is. That was the right call from the ref. That was the right call from the ref.
Boogie protesting a little bit, but I think it was the right call, and respect to these big men for getting in there.
After the failed boxing match, Boogie is determined to ruin his image for good, but what happens next isn't really something to laugh at, but rather to make you very, very concerned.
Yeah, I feel Boogie is irreplaceable for me.
And why is that? I mean, there's a lot of guys. There's billions, really. What makes Boogie so special?
What makes Boogie so special is that... What makes Boogie so special is that he's caring and loving and non-judgmental and has been through heck and back and is still a champ. And so there's nobody, absolutely nobody out in the world that I think is gonna be like him or near as close to being like him, so.
That is Boogie's girlfriend, Desiree Davis, and if you think she looks young, she is, as she's only 20 years old, and Boogie is over double her age. Even if you argue that Des is an adult, this relationship is extremely weird. Boogie is in a position of power here. He controls the finances, although we know they're dwindling. He has notoriety as one of YouTube's OGs, although we know that is also dwindling. And the biggest factor, he is nearly 50 years old when they started dating. Boogie is taking advantage of this poor girl, and everyone agrees. Dudes like Boogie are vampires, sucking away a vulnerable young woman's youth. She's a trophy and a caretaker to him, nothing more. The man is trash. I mean, I can't think of any healthy examples of an older dude dating a girl fresh out of high school. She might not be literally trapped, but her entire life is clearly wrapped around him. I'm sure it's pretty toxic. Boogie's relationship spikes a new level of hatred for him as his followers rapidly decline, falling below 4 million by 2024, and his channel hasn't seen any growth since 2018. By this point, Boogie was nearly completely out of cash, so he decided to create a crypto coin, Faddy Coin, which CoffeeZilla called him out for promoting a pump and dump scheme.
Confronted Boogie2988 on a crypto pump and dump he did, where he got paid $10,000 to promote a coin, and he said that he thought that just because he said, hey, don't buy this unless you're rich, that nobody was going to put their money in. A few hours later, $3 million worth of trading volume had been done. And I tried to tell him and explain to him that that's how these deals work. Insiders pay you, the celebrity, to go ahead and promote something. They paid him $10,000. And then people end up buying the coin. It doesn't matter what you say. The whole point is they're renting your likeness, renting your image in order to do that.
Boogie tried to backpedal, claiming that it was just a coin for millionaires to buy as a joke. But it wasn't millionaires who were going to buy his coin, it was his fans. He went from asking his fans for money to just scamming them for it. But this wouldn't be the last time that CoffeeZilla would call Boogie out for his financial crimes. as Boogie later uploaded a video saying that he had a rare form of cancer, begging for money yet again, this time to pay for his medical expenses.
Well, you remember about 3 weeks back I said that I likely could potentially have a form of cancer? Turns out I got a rare blood cancer called polycythemia vera, which basically makes your body produce too many red blood cells.
Because of his reputation, many YouTubers and viewers became skeptical of his diagnosis, especially as he kept using it as an excuse for people to send him money. Coffeezilla even posted a video to YouTube confronting him.
Wait, that's on June 28th. That's on June 28th. You showed me a payment for $550 on June 28th, which is after we talked, after you told me the money was all gone.
Yes! Have you never heard of the colloquialism? Yeah, that money's all gone, it's all spent. I have a specific thing I need to do with it. Have you never heard that colloquialism? Use fucking Google then! It's very common!
I'm saying...
I'm not used to this level of scrutiny! I'm
I
not
can
used
tell.
to this level of
Yes.
scrutiny!
Yes.
And on the LolCow podcast, YouTuber Destiny attacks Boogie, accusing him of lying about his diagnosis.
Boogie2988, you are being confronted tonight.
Go
I
ahead.
am 99% sure that you are faking. No, don't move. You are faking your cancer diagnosis, Boogie.
Okay, let's hear that.
Let's hear that. Did the doctor ever tell you, or did he ever say the word cancer?
He said polycythemia vera, which is a form of cancer, as he explained it to me. And no, it is not secondary polycythemia, which is Nicholas Diorio's explanation for this bullshit.
So I think it is secondary polycythemia.
Well, then
can you
why would he
explain?
call it polycythemia vera? Why would he tell me that I have hormone markers in my blood that tells me I have polycythemia vera? Why does he order a bone marrow biopsy to confirm it?
Ultimately, no one ever told Boogie that he had cancer. Other YouTubers asked Boogie for proof, but he could never provide it. Boogie continually complained about the fact that he wouldn't have enough money for his treatment, but when he was offered $75,000 to pay for it, he couldn't give any evidence. That's proof enough that he just didn't have cancer. And what's worse, he scammed his fans into donating money towards a treatment that didn't exist. Eventually, he admits that he misunderstood the doctor, who had diagnosed him with polycythemia, not polycythemia vera, which is cancerous. In the same year, in another controversy, Boogie sent Keemstar a clip of another streamer commenting on the Israel-Palestine conflict, which Keem showed on the podcast live. The clip unfortunately included gore of children, and Boogie didn't mention that before sending it in.
It's not going to give us much context, but
Honestly, I'm pro-genocide. Like, it sounds really shitty, but like, I think that Israel should just draw its fucking borders about where it's.
That was a joke! I remember when he said that. I hate Destiny. That's a fucking joke, you dummy Boogie.
Oh my God.
That was a joke.
All right, cool.
Boogie.
Oh, how
Yeah,
about,
Boogie.
here's another one. Here's another one where you got busted.
Boogie. Hold on. Stop. Listen to what I'm saying.
What?
Don't send me videos of kids dying to play on fucking stream.
Boogie went from a humble internet sensation to one of the platform's most hated figures seemingly overnight. Even after his reputation was ruined, he still seemed to find new ways to embarrass himself and just ruin it even more. As of more recently, he's proposed to his girlfriend, but yet again in the most embarrassing way possible. And genuinely, I don't think I've seen a worse proposal than this, as he nearly drops to the ring and falls into a lake just trying to get down onto one knee.
Purple Red Super Chatted $20. Someone get that child away from that swamp monster.
Yay! Oh! Ah! There goes my light!
Aside from his proposal video going viral, Boogie hasn't been making a lot of content recently. His YouTube videos get less than 50,000 views despite having over 3 million followers. He makes most of his money now from the LolCow podcast he co-hosts. relying on his repulsive behavior and psychotic outbursts for views. Absolutely no one has any respect for Boogie anymore, apart from maybe his extremely young partner, who I sincerely hope leaves Boogie as soon as possible. The only way Boogie could flop even further is if he started posting his actual sexual content into OnlyFans, rather than the already disgusting selfies he's already posted. And in the end, it seems like Boogie couldn't just die a hero and lived long enough to see himself become the villain. If you want to watch another downfall of another fat YouTuber, click the video that's on your screen now to see the downfall of Foodie Beauty. Make sure you subscribe to my main channel and my compilation channel, follow my Instagram at BigCraigYT, subscribe to this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.